Although the fighting has seemingly stopped, the Armenians in Nagorno-Karabakh, also known as Artsakh, are still struggling. The historically Armenian region within the borders of Azerbaijan declared its independence after the fall of the Soviet Union, sparking the First Nagorno-Karabakh War in 1992. After a ceasefire was negotiated in 1994, tensions between the two nations have never ceased. In late 2020, the ceasefire was broken and a second conflict began, lasting only 44 days until Russian peacekeepers negotiated another ceasefire. Since then, small battles have been fought, with the biggest escalation happening in September of last year when Azerbaijani forces not only entered the land of Artsakh, but also the southern parts of Armenia proper, known as Zangezur. Since then, Azerbaijani forces have cut off Artsakh by blockading the corridor used by both Armenia and Azerbaijan, limiting the Armenians' food, power, and supplies, and trapping people inside the country. People like Garin Bedyan, an American born in the northwest suburbs of Chicago, who moved to Armenia a few years ago and got trapped by the escalating conflict.
Corridor is the Berzor corridor, which the Azeris refer to as the Lachin corridor. And so that corridor is currently shared by Azeris and Armenians. And both Azeris use that. There's an intersection by the city of Shushi where the Azeris and the Armenians both have to use it. And so Russian peacekeeping forces control who is going back and forth. And on December 12th of 2022, the Azeris closed that area, not letting the Russian peacekeeping contingency do their work.
Since then, Azerbaijani citizens claiming to be an eco-activist group set up the blockade, which has caused the humanitarian crisis. Many international political organizations have condemned these actions, claiming they're a violation of the ceasefire agreement signed in 2020, which guaranteed the continued security along the Bedzor corridor.
What's been even more worrisome is that from time to time, Azerbaijani authorities also are cutting the gas line to Artsakh. This gas comes from Armenia. Small section of it passes through a territory right now controlled by Azerbaijani forces, including the internet connection. So not only they periodically cutting off the gas, but also they cutting the supply of electricity, which is also coming from Armenia and passes through that same small section of the territory under their control.
So the grocery stores are pretty much bare. There was humanitarian aid brought in, rice, macaroni, flour, different essential ingredients, and the government handed out coupons. They were basically vouchers, so you can't go and buy rice or cooking oil at the store without a voucher.
While the situation has stabilized, many citizens are willing to stay by and fight should the fighting re-escalate. Many organizations such as ReArmenia.com and the Artsakh support body are trying to send support and aid into Artsakh. For Good Day DePaul, I'm Tavi Papazian.